Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex, and this episode's subject comes in from Mr. Capture. What are your thoughts on the Hobbit Trilogy? I'm also a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I think Peter Jackson failed to deliver on the Hobbit movies. Too much CGI, in my opinion. So, the Hobbit movies they're a new prequel, a lot of people like to call them. And people see there's a big point of contention, these movies, on the internet. Are they good? Are they... Oh, blah blah blah. They're the worst thing. Everyone seems to think they're the worst fucking thing ever. But when you realistically look, I'm just gonna say what I think here. I really like the Hobbit movies. I can see perfectly why people don't like them. But every now and again, there's just something that I just want to enjoy. Like I just don't want to be critical of something. Like, and the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings is just something that they're just there for me to enjoy, to be nostalgic over, to just get engrossed in the world. A lot of people say they're too long. They're like bloated. And there are things here and there that I do agree with. Like, I don't think Legolas and the whole love triangle thing was necessarily helpful or adds anything major to the movie. But they're all three of them, they're all well-made movies. They're all crafted well. Everyone's got motivation. Everyone has arcs. Like, they've characterized all of the fucking dwarves, which is a big accomplishment on its own. The thing is here, I'm the asshole that knows all the names of the dwarves. I'm that fucker who knows them all, knows all their fucking names. So I'm the asshole who's like, oh, I wish there was more of fucking Balin. I wish he did more. So take away the fact that the Lord of the Rings exists here. Imagine that these movies came out on their own. It's weird to think like this, but if they did come out before Lord of the Rings, if the Lord of the Rings wasn't a thing, would people be so critical of it? Because I feel like a lot of people compare it to the grand story that is Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings is the story of Middle-earth. That is the pinnacle of the big epic filmmaking that you're going to get there. And The Hobbit is a smaller story, and the way they sort of adapted it using all the extra elements from things here and there from Tolkien's writing, expanding on things. It does make it, they do try to make it feel more epic than maybe it actually is, but I feel like it does succeed in what it's trying to do. And I've watched like the 25 hours or whatever it is of like behind the scenes things of the first Hobbit and Desolation of Smaug, and I you just get so into it. I get so into it, the filmmaking aspect, just how involved everyone gets. They will like move to New Zealand for like 2 or 3 years and just get so involved in it, and it's all the design stuff, these artists that are just fucking incredible. And I've seen a lot of people comparing these to the Star Wars prequels, and that right off is just wrong. You are fucking wrong, okay? Because the Star Wars prequels, George Lucas somehow forgot how to make fucking movies. Well, as if he... I'm not even going to go into that, but these are all their proper movies. They may be long, they may be bloated to you, they may feel unnecessary to you, but for someone like me, I'm just happy that they're there. Like, sure, it might have been better if they were 2 movies and were more condensed and didn't have all the extra stuff, or even 1 movie if they could have done that. But when you're looking at what's there, when you're being critical and looking at what's there, I feel like they are just fun movies. Because sometimes, with Peter Jackson, I know that he likes making these huge, epic, massive movies they do feel bloated. But is bloated necessarily a bad thing? Because sometimes I want a bit of bloated. Sometimes I just want that ridiculous, epic scale of filmmaking. And that's what I go to Peter Jackson for. Maybe he's not perfect, you know? But they all of them have really good scenes in them. In particular, like there's the Smaug scene, which is just so good. I really like that. And the Gollum scene, the big fight scenes and everything is so epic. And I appreciate these little things that Jackson does where he knows how to set things up, frame things. He doesn't do all these quick cuts when it's all the fights. They're nice, choreographed long shots, these huge shots, and the question says here there's too much CGI. In my opinion, I don't know. There are certain elements where it's like, come on, maybe you could have done that on a real set, or whatever. But when you really compare it, it's like I think there's something about the coloring or something. They put different effects over the lenses or something, or in post that makes it look a bit different, makes it look a bit more. I don't want to say sterile because it's not really, because there's still a lot of good design and everything, but there's more harsh coloring or something like that makes it feel a little bit different to the like real grit of the original trilogy. But I feel like they do stand up on their own, and I think you have to consider when you're really being critical of them. I feel like these movies, they're more for the Lord of the Rings crowd than they are for the Hobbit book crowd, if that makes sense. They're not for diehard, like, because it's an adaptation. It's Peter Jackson's The Hobbit, you know? It's it's not a direct adaptation. They've made their own thing out of it, and whether you agree with that or not, it's up to you. For me, it's fine by me. I just looking at the movies. I've read The Hobbit a long, long time ago, and it's weird. If they did directly adapt it, when they go to the elves, they'd be singing all over the place, all this crazy business. Like the bard would show up in the same like scene or chapter where he kills Smaug. Spoilers, like if you somehow didn't know that. But yes, there are pacing problems. Yes, there are script problems here and there. But for me, I just want to enjoy them. I do enjoy them. I watch them every now and again. Just like, yeah, those are fun movies. Sure, they're not as memorable or as classic as maybe the Lord of the Rings movies are, but I don't know, I still really enjoy them. They go on the shelf for me for like, yeah, I like those. They're good movies. And I will defend them. I will defend them with blood, sweat, and tears, because I know how much... Whatever. Right, I'm going on too long in this one. So I do appreciate why people might not like them. You don't have to like them. You can fucking hate them as much as you want. You don't have to agree or disagree. You can do whatever you want. But just don't resent someone for liking them, you know? Like, they can like what they like. So what do you think about the movies? Did you find them disappointing? Like, which one was your favourite or least favourite? For me, it'd probably be 2, 1, 3 in order of my favourite ones there. But so yeah, what do you think? Do you like the movies? Just like the movies? And as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated. And make sure you leave a suggestion for future Jar Blabs. I'll see you next time. Bye. 8 hours gone. I've got to watch the next two now. Going back to Aliens, it's like, I just noticed that all of these movies, they're all like... I split movies into two sort of different categories. There are movies that I really like and respect, but you only need to watch once or twice to be able to just get it and to have your mind made up about it. But all of these movies I like watching over and over again for the most part, and I just never get sick of them because they're so quotable, so memorable. Like, game over, man, game over.